Hello students, welcome back once again. Today we are going to discuss about IUPAC nomenclature of organic compounds. Children, as the name suggests, nomenclature means naming a compound. IUPAC means International Union for Pure and Applied Chemistry. IUPAC has set certain rules for naming the organic compounds. Let us study the rules one by one. Rule number 1. Longest chain rule. Select the longest continuous chain of carbon atoms. This is called parent chain. Carbon atoms which are not included in the parent chain are called as branched chain or substituent. This is rule number 1. Look at this example. In this organic compound, if you see, the straight chain is the parent chain and there are 3 substituents, that is 3 CH3 groups you can find. They are the substituents, or you can also call branched chains. So parent chain is the main chain. So let me repeat the first rule once again. What is the first rule? We have to select the longest continuous chain of carbon atoms. So that is the first rule. Look at this example. Here we have a straight chain. If you number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we get 7 carbon atoms. Now, the same thing if you number in a different way, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, in this way, we get 9 carbon atoms. Now, according to the first rule, we have to select the longest continuous chain, correct? So, the first selection is, we can say it is wrong chain, okay? Whereas, the second representation is the correct chain, okay? So, it may be noted that the longest chain may or may not be straight, but it must be continuous. So, children, what you have to learn from the first rule is the longest continuous chain you have to select, and at the same time longest chain may or may not be straight, but it must be always continuous. Let's move on to the next one. Rule number 2, lowest number rule. So the second rule is lowest number rule. Number the carbon atoms of the parent chain as 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. starting from that end, which gives the lowest possible number to the carrying the substituent. For example, if you look at this, we have a first case 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you number from left side, we get this way numbering, and in the other case, if you number from right side, we get the substituent 4th position, and in the first case we get the 2nd position. In both the cases, the longest continuous chain contains 5 carbon atoms. But what we have to remember is the numbering should be in such a way that the substituent should get the least numbering. So the second case is wrong numbering and the first case is the correct numbering. Okay, children? So second rule is lowest number rule in such a way that when you are numbering, the substituent should get the lowest possible number. I hope this is understood to you. Let's move on to the next rule, rule 3. Let us look at these examples. Both the examples are same, but if you number in such a way that first case we get 6 carbon atoms, whereas in the second case also we get 6 carbon atoms. So the question arises, which should be the correct way of numbering? In the first case we get 2 different substituents, whereas in the second case we have got only one alkyl chain. Okay, in the first case we get 2 alkyl substituents, and second case we get only one alkyl substituent. So the second case is wrong, whereas first case is correct. The rule is if the chain of equal length are possible, then select the one with the larger number of side chains or substituents. So children, you must remember that the alkyl chain which is actually getting more substituents, that must be selected as the correct chain. Let's move on to the next one. Rule number 4. If the same substituent or side chain occurs more than once, then prefix di for 2, tri for 3, tetra for 4, penta for 5, etc. are attached to the names of the substituents. Let's see how it is being done. So look at this example. Now here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms are there in the parent chain, and we have CH3, CH3. 2 methyl groups are there in the second and third position. So we can write the answer as 2,3 dimethyl butane. Why it is coming butane? Because the parent chain contains 4 carbon atoms. Now next example. If you take the parent chain and number from left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we get a hexane and C2H5 in the third position twice. Correct? So we can number in such a way 3, 3, since both are in the same number, so we have to number it as 3, 3. Then in this way of numbering, since both are present at the third position, we have to number 3, 3. Whereas if you go from right to left, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, where fourth position we get 4, 4 numbering, in which what we have learned already is that the least number should be given more preference. Correct? So here 3 plus 3 comes 6 and 4 plus 4 comes 8. So what you have to understand here, 6 is less than 8. So the numbering of 4, 4 is wrong, whereas 3, 3 is correct. So the answer will be 3, 3 diethyl hexane. Let's look at the next case. In this case, this is the parent chain with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So it is a hexane, 6 carbon atoms, hexane we can say, in which there are 3 substituents. All the 3 substituents are methyl group only, and the positions are 2, 5, 5. And if you number from right to left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, both the cases 6 carbon atoms only we are getting, so the parent chain is correct. But what you have to look here is, when you number from right to left and left to right, there is a difference comes is the locant, that is the substituent's position. First case we have seen 2, 5, 5, and the second case what we see is 2, 2, 5. So which is more convenient to be correct is, when you add the substituent positions, which comes lowest, 2, 2, 5 total comes 9, whereas 2, 5, 5 total comes 12. So 9 is less than 12. So apparently what we can say is 2, 5, 5 numbering is wrong, whereas 2, 2, 5 numbering is correct. Okay? So the answer comes 2, 2, 5 trimethyl hexane. Now let's look at the another rule. Rule number 5. If 2 different substituents are located at a equivalent position from the 2 ends of the main chain, then the numbering of the chain is done in such a way that alkyl group which comes first in alphabetical order gets the lower number. If you see this particular case, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3, and substituents comes as CH3, C2H5. Now we have selected the longest chain, and we have 2 substituents CH3 and C2H5. If we number from left side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, where methyl groups comes in the third position, whereas ethyl comes in the fourth position. So it can be written as 4 ethyl, 3 methyl hexane. Why? Because the rule is if two substituents are located at equivalent positions from both the ends. So now if you put the numbers from the other side also, the positions are 3 and 4 only. See, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here ethyl group comes in the third position and methyl group comes in the fourth position. Then the numbering of the chain is done such a way that alkyl group which comes first in alphabetical order, ethyl or methyl comes first. Ethyl is actually coming, E is coming before methyl, M, isn't it? So we have to consider the numbering of ethyl first. Okay, so the name must be 3 ethyl 4 methyl hexane and not the 4 ethyl 3 methyl hexane. So the correct answer is 3 ethyl 4 methyl hexane, because what is the main importance you have to remember is alphabetical order numbering should be given. According to alphabetical order, ethyl comes first, then methyl. Let's see the nomenclature of complex substituents. Look at this example. Here we have CH3, 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 then a complex substituent like CH3, CH2, CH3. How do we name this compound? First of all, put the numbering from the right hand side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The longest continuous chain comes is 8, that is our octane, right? So the substituent numbers, if you number, it comes again propyl. Octane is the parent chain, whereas 2, 4, 6 are the positions where methyl groups are present. Methyl substituents are present at 3 positions. In the second position we have 2 methyl groups, and the sixth position we have 1 methyl group. So total comes 3 methyl groups. So we can write it as 2 to 6 trimethyl. Then the complex substituent must be written as number separately. 4 fourth position, since it is present, 4 in bracket 1 methyl propyl. So since 3 carbon atoms, we can say it is propyl alkyl chain, in which in the first position again there is a substituent like methyl group. So you have to write it as 1 methyl propyl, then octane. Next we have IUPAC name of alicyclic compounds. Alicyclic means not an aromatic compound, where we have a simple ring is there on which a methyl group is present. So this name will be written, since it is a 6 carbon ring, it is a hex we have to put. There is no double bonds, you have to use ANE. Since it is a cyclic, you have to use the word cyclo. Okay, and there is a methyl group present, so we have to write it as methyl cyclohexane. Next one, we have 2 substituents are there, so let's number it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where 5 carbon ring it is. So we can say it is a cyclopentane only, right? Then first position we have an ethyl group, so we will write it as 1 ethyl, and second place it is a methyl group, so it is 2 methyl cyclopentane. Next we have more substituents in the same positions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is a 6-membered ring. Since this is a 6-membered ring, we can say it is hexane, where it is a cyclic, so we have to put cyclohexane, whereas substituents are present in the first and second positions. Second position we have a ethyl group, so we have to put 2 ethyl, then 1 dimethyl cyclohexane is the correct answer. Next we have nomenclature of organic compounds having one or more than one functional groups when they are present. Now look at this. Here we have OH group present. If you number from first position 1, 2, 3, 4, second position we have OH group and the parent chain is butane, right? So second position is in the second position we have alcoholic group, so we have to get at the end 2-ol, and since it is a 4 carbon chain, so you have to write butane in which that last E will be dropped, instead of that ol will be coming. Okay, so the answer comes is butane 2-ol. Let's take another example. This is a side chain substituent only. So here this also comes in the second position. Since chlorine is not a main functional group, we have to consider chlorine as a substituent only. So it is actually written as 2-chlorobutane. Next we have another example, CH3 C double bond or CH2 C double bond or CH3. Here if you number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it is pentane. Whereas in the second and fourth positions we have ketonic group, that is C double bond O. So you have to write it as 2,4-dione, and since it is 5-membered chain, so we can write it as pentane 2,4-dione. Another example, CH3CH double bond CH, CH double bond CH2. If we number from right side, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the parent chain, where we have 2 double bonds in the first and third positions. So you have to write it as diene. The positional numbers are 1, 3. So 5-numbered parent chain means it is pent, isn't it? Pentane, in which you have to remove ANE part, you have to use the ENE part, right? So it will be penta 1,3-diene. Next one, priority of the functional group. If more number of functional groups case we shall look at. Now this is the priority list. COH has the highest priority as compared to COR, then CONH2, then CN, CHO, that is aldehyde, C double bond O, then OH alcoholic group, then NH2, C double bond C, that is double bond, then we have finally C triple bond C. Now look at this case, CH3 CH double bond CH CHO. Since here we have 4 carbon atoms in the parent chain, so it will be but. Then second position we have a double bond, right? And there is CHO, that is aldehyde group is present in the first position. That carbon also must be numbered, that you have to remember, and it will be written as but 2n al. Since AL aldehyde group is present at the first position, we can write it as but 2n al, that is al, butanol, but 2n al. Next we have some structures as well as the names we will randomly write. First one is CH3 CHOH COH. What will be the name? The priority of the functional groups must be, we have already seen that COH has got a higher priority as compared to OH. So the acid group will be taken as the main functional group. While numbering COH, we have to start 1, 2 and 3, and the OH will be considered as a substituent. So the name will come propanoic acid as main functional group, where OH comes as the substituent. So the name will be 2-hydroxypropanoic acid. Now in the second case, if you look at CH2 double bond CH, C triple bond C, CH3. Here we have a double bond as well as triple bond. So in double bond and triple bond comes, double bond will get the priority as compared to triple bond, and numbering will be done from the double bond side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we get first and third positions as substituent. So it is pent 1N 3-ine. The name is pentan 3N. Third one, we have CH3 COH double bond NH2 CH3. So here again the priority comes OH and NH2, where the name will be coming according to the priority numbering. Alcohol will get a priority here. Answer will be written according to alcohol. So it will be but 2N 2-ol. And in the third position we have amino group. That substituent will be written as 3-amino but 2N 2-ol. Next we have a question. Give the IUPAC name of the following compounds. First one, CH3 C double bond O CH2 COH. Look at the priority group and tell me which one will get more priority, acid or ketone, in which carboxylic acid will get the priority. While numbering we get carboxylic acid first place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where ketone gets fourth position. So the answer will be pentanoic acid, whereas in the fourth position ketonic group is there, so we have to write it as 4-oxo-pentanoic acid. Next one, CH2 double bond COH CH CH3 CH3. According to the priority group, we know that OH have more priority than double bond. So the name will be written in terms of alcohol, butane but 1N 2-ol, where methyl group present in the third position. So we have to write it as 3-methyl but 1N 2-ol. So students, with this we have completed the nomenclature of organic compounds. In the next module we will be discussing about isomerism in organic compounds. Students, practice more questions related to IUPAC nomenclature of organic compounds and improve your knowledge on IUPAC nomenclature. Thank you and have a nice day.